what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris, and today I am back with another video here. The Flyers pick up a 2-1 win over the Pittsburgh Penguins. They sweep the home and home. I am pumped right now. Flyers hockey is fun again. There's a lot of good moments that come out of this. From Forrester again scoring, and not just scoring, but scoring a Tyson Forrester goal, like an absolute snipe of a shot. Sean Couturier, I mean, my God, everyone wrote Coots off and said he'd never come back, he'd never play again. It was always, he doesn't play enough, and he's always injured, and the whole thing, and he's telling everybody just to F off right now, and you know, he gets this goal. Was so good, and the Flyers did such a good job in this home and home of shutting down guys like Malkin, who did absolutely nothing in the past two games. Oh my God, it was incredible how well they covered Malkin. Obviously, the top end guys for Pittsburgh kind of carried the load in this one, but it took them a while to kind of get going in the last game. Again, a lot of good things. The only changes outside of last game was the change from Urson to Hart in net, and lines in this one: Forrester, Couturier, Konechny, Tippett, Frost, Brink, Farabee, Lawton, and Atkinson, and then Delorier with Paling and Hathaway. Defense: York, Sanheim, Sealer, Walker, Stahl, and Risto, and Carter Hart was in net for this one, like I just mentioned. First period, Penguins did get the first goal of this game. It was later in the period, though. We'll get to that into a minute. Konechny hit the post. It was a good shift by that line. Flyers, they had chances in this one. Konechny was a dog tonight. He was all over it. He was like dog on a bone, just getting to every single puck. Generated a ton of scoring chances for the Flyers, and you know, he ended this game with 2 assists. He was +1, 20 minutes and 16 seconds of ice time. Had 4 shots on net and a hit. He was good. TK was good. 2 primary assists. I mean, he was, my God, Konechny has been so good this year for the Flyers. You know, obviously that line is starting to really get going because Forrester has been scoring, but Konechny with 17 points this year, 12 goals, 5 assists. He also had like 4 breakaways in this game too, and he could have scored. And the Flyers' penalty kill was so good too, but we'll get to that. Sanheim had multiple turns. I thought Sanheim was a little iffy in this game. He had a lot of plays where he did it last game too. He was really soft on the puck, getting out of the zone, I felt. You know, thankfully it didn't really hurt the Flyers in any other way, but you know, it's something you kind of don't want to keep doing because it's 2 games in a row now. Both teams were, you know, trading chances off the rush. I thought the Flyers created a lot on the forecheck early. They got in on Pittsburgh's D, and they created havoc. They've done that all year. Tippett had a chance in the slot. Penguins get a power play. It was a delay game because Crosby ran him over, and York tried to get the puck out because obviously he saw Crosby right there. Unfortunately, he airmailed that one into the seats. Konechny breakaway shorthanded. They didn't really give the Penguins anything. Their power play has been terrible, to where their goaltenders have scored more recently than their power play has. I believe their power play at the end of this game is 0 for 30 or 0 for 31 for Pittsburgh in their last, you know, that many amount of chances. And then Crosby scores. It was the same play that Farabee got benched for on the Jack Hughes. Excuse me, not the Jack Hughes goal, the first goal from New Jersey. And the Sanheim pinches in. It was a bad play by Sanheim to go in. Farabee goes in behind him. Penguins chip it up the ice, and you know, Gensel over at Crosby. They get the cross seam pass across the ice, and it's 2-on-1. And York really had no play. You can't blame York there. I know there might be some people that think, well, maybe York should have just taken Crosby the whole time, and like, yeah, that's definitely the more, you know, on paper that's like the smart thing to do, but you got to read a 2-on-1 like you got to read a 2-on-1, and unfortunately Crosby doesn't miss. He now has the most points against the Flyers all time across any player in the NHL. He needed one more to pass Mario Lemieux at 125. So he has 125, Lemieux has 124, and Yager is also on that list at 120, and Brian Trottier is at 117. So go into the second period. Again, I thought it was a solid first period. I mean, obviously not the greatest end of the game with the goal, but Forrester had a shot at right at Nedeljkovic, who was great tonight for Pittsburgh. My God, he had so many good saves. Really good on you know, sliding left to right or right to left, whatever, just moving across the net, and he had a ton of good saves. Sanheim had 3 turnovers on 1 shift. Then the Penguins got a power play. It was too many men. Konechny had a chance again. The Flyers' power play looks so, or penalty kill looks like a power play. It's the point where I'm messing it up and when I'm talking about it, but the Penguins were sloppy. Really good kill. Crosby was stoned by Hart. Tippett, he just missed one in front. Brink, beautiful. I really liked how Brink has been able to adapt to whatever winger he's been put with. I've noticed that, and obviously that's a thing you have to do in the NHL, right? It's not. I'm not like saying anything that's like crazy, but at least for Brink, I've noticed that he really reads his line mates well, where he's able to find them in any sort of situation. He did this with Farabee. He's had a couple plays where he set up Tippett for grade A chances in the past couple of games. He finds him again here, just rolled on Tippett. He missed the net. He had a couple of good chances tonight, Tippett. He ended this game with 2 shots on net, a little under 14 minutes of ice time. It's a pretty low amount of ice time. Him and Frost had some pretty low numbers in time on ice tonight. Atkinson plays 18:42. I'll talk about Cam in a little bit. So 1-1. Forrester would tie this one. Beautiful entry. Beautiful pass from Konechny across the ice. Saucer pass, and Forrester finishes it. Beautiful shot from Forrester. He ripped it again. Again, beautiful pass by Konechny, and this game is tied. Then the Flyers were absolutely hemmed in their own zone for maybe 5 straight minutes. It was horrible. Reaching, couldn't get the puck out. Delorier was smacking the puck along the ice 4 times and just kept chipping it at the red line like that was really doing anything. It wasn't. Ristolainen was out there last year for a shift for over 4 minutes. It was a game against Tampa Bay. I believe it was December 8th off the top of my head. The Flyers lost 4-1. And he was out there Risto was out there for 4 minutes. It was like a elongated shift just like that towards the end of the second period, stuck in their own zone. Risto's out there for 4 alone. Some guys were close to 3. I know D'Angelo was like almost 3 minutes. It was just like that again. They were just stuck in their own zone. Penguins had 7 consecutive shots. Farabee had a chance the other way on a broken play because that's just hockey, right? They get 7 consecutive shots over 5 minutes, hemming the Flyers in their own zone, and then the Flyers get a great A chance the other way. Then York hit the crossbar on a 2-on-1 rush. That is what I like about this Flyers team. Is as much as I could sit here and talk about that shift, I could also talk about the response to it and how they got a great A chance from Farabee and then another one from Cam York where he hit the crossbar. They've responded in just about every single area this year where in past years they didn't. And, you love to see it because they have really been able to, again, adapt to what's come to them, right? Been able to, understand the mindset of playing it in a game like that where it's gonna ebb and flow. That's hockey. It's a game of mistakes, right? So like it's the one thing that with this team that you really notice a lot of the time. And York hits the crossbar there, and that's the thing. They've responded really well. Third period, good shift by the Brink line. Pens had another long shift in the Flyer zone again. Konechny to Coots. Oh my God, they had so many chances. The Delkovich again, like I said, was so good. Penguins didn't have a shot until maybe the 7:38 minute mark of this period. Flyers held them shotless. They had chances and well, not really chances, but they had zone time, elongated zone time, and plays where they were in the Flyers' end. But Flyers had a chance on the line again. It almost rolled in. Hart had a great save on Pettersson. Pens were all over on the Flyers' breakout for a while, and they couldn't really do much. It just felt like every time they would kind of get out, chip it in, or chip it past the red line, and the Penguins would come right back in. Power play for the Flyers here late. Sanheim gets tripped up. I thought they moved the puck a little bit. Then Forrester kind of blew that because he put York in a bad spot and York had to take a penalty. And again, I'm not trying to criticize Forrester, but it was just a bad play at a bad time, and unfortunately they take a penalty. One you have to take, because if not, it's a breakaway or it could have been a penalty shot the other way. That could have ended the game right there. So 4-on-4 for 1:06. Penguins get the power play. Coots had a nice play. I hate defending the Penguins breakout up the ice. It was a good kill again. Risto had a good block shot late. Overtime was crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Like so many chances for both teams. Konechny had a great A chance. Sanheim hit the post on a dangle where I was like, what's going on here? Lawton almost scored. Carlson had one for Pittsburgh. Gensel on a shot where Hart had been a great save, swallowing that one up. Crosby with a tip, and then we get the face-off. It's a defensive zone face-off. Flyers win it. Sanheim just rims it around. Beautiful play. One of the best plays Sanheim made all night. And again, he's making me look like an idiot because I mentioned all the turnovers. Makes a great heads-up play on that face-off. Sends it up. Konechny waits. Sends it over to Coots. Slam dunk. 2-1. Flyers win it. Again, like I said, I mean, I love the response. I love that the obviously beating Pittsburgh not once, but twice is incredible. And being able to just do that and do it in this sort of fashion and a great game and a shootout winner, an overtime winner. Coots obviously involved, and everyone said Coots was going to do nothing and he was going to come in and and what would his impact be like and everything, and how well would they play with him, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He's proving you wrong. He's proving every single person that doubted him and doubted what he could do. I thought Coots was going to come in. I thought he was going to be a little slow, but I thought Coots was going to be fine. I didn't think it was going to be anything crazy. I thought he was going to be able to come right back in and play. I thought there were some games like early on, obviously trying to test it out and see where he could go. But man, I mean, he looks like Coots. I got to say it. I mean, he looks a little bit slower and stuff like that too, but that stuff's going to ebb and flow throughout a year anyway. So, hey, Flyers are rolling. 2 big wins. And I'll say this too, because I know there's going to be people out there that are going to be like, oh, well, is this really affecting the rebuild and everything else? Like, yeah, and I've been critical of the rebuild too. But I do give Tortorella credit for excuse me, for sticking with guys like Forrester. Keeping the lineup at least a little bit the same. The past 2 games, it's been the same. Hopefully it stays that way. Maybe get some chemistry going. And also for that type of mindset that they have of being able to come out and just not be affected by it and just go out and play and be able to respond and give an answer, right? And that's the one thing that this team has really done this year. So it's really good to see. And again, like I said, a really good win tonight. And this is exciting. Exciting couple of games here to be a Flyers fan. Thanks everybody again for all the support as always. Make sure to check out Maher Media and all the stuff that we are doing. We have a giveaway for this week, a signed Cam York puck. Make sure to get those entries in. That's all over our social media at Maher Media or Maher Media Co. wherever you're trying to find it, because unfortunately, with some usernames, you have to kind of add a co or a period or underscore, whatever. But anyway, it's all over our socials, all over the YouTube page. Check that out. Thanks everybody again for all the support. As always, my name is Chris, and I will talk to you all again soon.